Major trade speculation surrounding the Atlanta Hawks, and the season hadn't even started yet. And my mind is spinning right now because I got to give you guys an insight on all of what's been going on with the Atlanta Hawks. And I cannot wait to give you all the information. What's going on? My name is Walter Pollard, and welcome back to Atlanta Hawks Digest. What's going on now? The last time I spoke to y'all, listen, there was a lot of trade speculations surrounding Trae Young and whether or not he was going to be on the chopping block or headed out somewhere else. And could the Atlanta Hawks get their picks back and all of these different questions and whatnot. And I feel as though things are starting to ramp up even more with the season starting next week on the 23rd. So make sure that you guys remember the Atlanta Hawks are going to be taking on the Brooklyn Nets back at home versus, Atlanta Hawks are going to be taking on the Brooklyn Nets at home at State Farm Arena. So definitely want to pack that out. Man, it's going to be dope. You're going to be able to see Zaccharie Risacher. We're going to be able to see Zaccharie Risacher. We're going to be able to see Trae Young, Jalen Johnson, all of the guys. So we're definitely excited for that. But we got to talk about these trade rumors and these speculations, and we're definitely going to get into that. But before that, we definitely got to talk about my preseason review. You dig what I'm saying? And my takeaways from the preseason, what I feel as though the Atlanta Hawks got to look forward to coming up this, regular season, and I'm pretty excited mainly because there's a lot of different things to look forward to regarding the Atlanta Hawks, despite all of what we've been hearing in the news media as far as the trades and different things like that. First thing I want to definitely talk about is how Jalen Johnson is a complete unit. And I do see from the different flashes of greatness, you dig what I'm saying? What he's shown for the Atlanta Hawks has actually been pretty good. I mean, he's been dunking on folks. He's been shooting the shots and stuff like that. He didn't play in the last game that went down, of course, versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. But the times that we have seen him, he has been very well and efficient, and I'm excited to see him going forward this upcoming season. Again, we've already seen flashes and have great expectations from Jalen Johnson, so I'm definitely excited to see those things coming from him. The next thing I want to talk about, of course, is Zaccharie Risacher. I'm definitely excited about this guy because, for one, just from a casual fan's perspective, when you look at Zaccharie Risacher, you're thinking, we were expecting what, the news media told us. We thought that Alex Starr was going to be somebody that was coming down to Atlanta, and we didn't see that in Risacher. We didn't see that he was going to be, as efficient as he has been so far. But I'm telling you right now, from what we have seen, he's been efficient, he's been active, and what I've also studied so far is that the guy is very active, man, very good on the defensive end. And then on top of that, he's awesome in transition, finding spacing on the floor. You can find him in the corner three. He's definitely good from that as far as his three-point percentage and things of that such. So I'm excited to see what we're going to get out of this product this upcoming season. And then, too, one of the things another X factor that I feel as though is going to make a major difference, but on the opposite end of the ball, more so on the defensive side of things, is Dyson Daniels. I've said it before. I feel as though the two X factors for the Atlanta Hawks is going to be Dyson Daniels and Zaccharie Risacher. So I feel as though Dyson Daniels is going to affect things on the defensive side of the ball. I've always felt that in basketball, in order to, be a really good team, you're going to have to affect the ball on the defensive end to turn that defense into offense, turn the defense into more points. You limit the other team from possessions, all the while, you're gaining more points. So for sure, I definitely feel as though Dyson Daniels is going to affect the ball in a major, major way, especially for the defense. Now, in my last video, I asked you guys, do you feel as though the Atlanta Hawks have answered all of their questions as far as the defense? And I said no. I still don't, but I feel as though Dyson Daniels is actually going to answer some of those questions. Will the Hawks answer more of them throughout the season? I do believe so, and that comes in the whole trade speculations. In what way do the Hawks feel as though they're going to have to trade, for what? You dig what I'm saying? Are they going to have to trade for more presence on the inside and a bigger, body to try to get bigger, bigs. You know what I'm saying? You want bigger folks. So they might go that way. They could also possibly, go for defense, or just more effectiveness on the offensive end. So that still remains to be determined as far as how the Atlanta Hawks are going to trade. But again, going back to my original point, I do still feel as though Dyson Daniels is going to be a major factor for the Atlanta Hawks. My last point that I wanted to make as far as coming out of the preseason is the fact that I do see the younger guys coming off of the bench and making a difference as well. And I'm talking about not Jalen Johnson, but I'm talking about Onyeka Okongwu. I'm talking about Kobe Buffkin. I'm talking about a lot of these different players that we do hear about, and we do have a hope for to see them on the court at some point in some capacity. So I do feel as though there's going to be some production from the younger guys off of the bench, and I'm excited for that. Now we got to talk about these trade speculations because they have been circulating around the Atlanta Hawks, and I'm telling you right now, I'm getting dizzy because the more and more that I read about this, just the more and more my head spins because I just don't know which way to go. Really, I really don't. I don't know if the Atlanta Hawks intends on building around Trae Young and keeping the team as constructed, or are they going to move some pieces? Have they answered all of the questions, or is this season going to be a work in progress? Do we intend to remain competitive, or do we want to blow it all up? That is the question that comes to mind when I'm reading all of these different trade speculations. So one of the things that I've heard, of course, was the Utah Jazz. And I'm talking about as far as trade speculation surrounding Trae Young as well, because I've heard some things like the Utah Jazz, they want to make a major splash. They said they were going to be headhunting this upcoming, big game hunting, I want to say, this summer, but they didn't. Nothing necessarily came to fruition for them. So, of course, there's going to be speculations throughout the season. Depending upon if the Atlanta Hawks can make some action happen or if they can make some positive moves in the beginning of the season or possibly, be in a good position, we might have to see how this goes. But either way, it's been speculated that the Utah Jazz were supposed to make a move for Trae Young. Another surprising move that is supposed to be, or another speculation around the Hawks and Trae Young is that if Michael Porter Jr. were to become available. Now, Trae Young wouldn't necessarily be moved in this trade, but the Atlanta Hawks would have to move some players like a possibly Onyeka Okongwu, like a DeAndre Hunter, like maybe a Bogdan Bogdanović. Maybe we'd have to make some moves like that in order to bring Michael Porter Jr. to Atlanta to accompany Trae Young and possibly, help the rest of the team from that standpoint. So there's been a lot of different speculations. One of which that I've stuck with, of course, was the Lou Dort speculation as far as the Atlanta Hawks making a trade with the Oklahoma City Thunder. That is one of the things that I've actually looked forward to possibly, maybe the Atlanta Hawks could probably dig into that a little more or maybe even go further with that. But with all that being said, again, I'm going to be up to date on all of these trade speculations, rumors, or whatnot. I'm going to be making sure that I dig deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'm going to actually go in and try to get some answers from the horse's mouth. I'm not calling anybody horses, but maybe I need to go to a press conference or so and dig deeper, ask some questions, because I do not want to see Trae Young leave the Hawks, but I do not believe that this team as constructed will last the entire season together. But with all that being said, this is Atlanta Hawks Digest, and I am excited for the season. October 23rd is going to be up and it's stuck. So listen, stay here for all your Hawks information. Make sure that you stick with me for the rest of the season. Peace.